Welcome back. Today we are going to be making my take on Mexican cornbread. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to a local group here that sells their own produce, A&B Produce. Thanks to Amy. Got us some fresh corn for today's recipe, jalapenos, local grown, tomatoes, and onions. Everything a good chef needs for some good food. What we're going to need here also, we're going to need a chunk of pork loin, pork roast, rump roast, whatever chunk of pork you got. One tomato. We're going to use half of a red onion, 3 corn on the cob, or you can use a can of corn. It's up to you. I ran into this deal today, so we got these. Couple jalapenos, 2 boxes of cornbread muffin mix, 2/3 cup of milk, a can of black beans, a couple of bay leaves, a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan fine salt. You need a tablespoon of chipotle powder, a tablespoon of paprika, and a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the crock pot out. Go ahead and put the meat in the crock pot. Get you about 2 quarts of hot water. You put in your chipotle powder, paprika, pepper flakes, salt, and your garlic. Then you're gonna gently mix that together, put the lid back on it, set it up on high. We're gonna let it cook for about between 4 to 6 hours, maybe less. Don't forget those bay leaves. It's been a few hours. You went ahead and removed our pork from the crock pot. Make sure you save about a cup and a half of that broth from that crock pot. But set it to the side, let it cool, so we got to shred it here in a minute. Go ahead and take some of your corn, and we're just going to cut some of it off the cob. Gotta go everywhere. We're going to cut up some of that onion. That'll be perfect. Just chop her up. Next, we're going to get that tomato. We're not going to really chop this up. We're going to throw it in our little dicer, because we're going to mince this up real good and combine it with some of that broth. Drop some in. Put that lock on. About half the broth. Set it to the side and continue chopping. About that consistency, hit it with a little salt. And now onto the peppers. Cut that end cap off. Go ahead and split it in half. Take your spoon. And run the minards out. Then go ahead and chop it up. Right now, the pork's had time to cool, so you should be able to just reach in, just give her a little pinch and shred it up. Do that until you finish. Shredded. Go ahead and add your tomato mixture. We're going to mix that up real good. Add a little salt and pepper to taste. Added kick to it. One thing I'm going to add is a little Saison right here. Especially great on Mexican dishes. You don't have to if you want to. I like it. You can get this at a Dollar Tree. Dirt cheap. But like I said, it's all up to you. Our 2/3 cup of milk, our 2 eggs. Find it easier if you go ahead and mix them together real quick before you pour them in and try to blend it all together. Then you're going to take your jalapenos you cut up, Then your cornmeal. Get that all mixed up. Get you a 9x13. Get your pork mix in. And then get your veggies. Get them all in there. Get them spread out nice. Then we're going to put in the corn batter. Here we go. Get it all in there nice and even. Get out of every bit of it. All spread out like this, all nice and good. And have your oven preset to 375. And then once it's ready, go ahead and slide in the oven. We're going to put it in there for about 25 to 30 minutes until she's golden brown on top. Now it's all done. Go ahead and plate it up and top it with whatever you like. I went ahead with cheese and sour cream and a little bit of avocado hot sauce. Hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for future notifications. Thanks for stopping by.